Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Sunday Swings breakdown. It is October 29th, Wednesday. Let's get right into it. AUD Um, weekly time frame is bullish. Daily time frame is bullish. And 4 hour time frame is currently also bullish. So we have three time frames in sync to buy. Unfortunately, what we don't have is an area of interest. Since we don't have a nice area of interest to buy from, I would just stay away. We are currently almost at the higher high, so we're on our way to the higher high. Unless price pulls back into at least this EMA and area of interest, I would not be interested in taking any buys on AUD/JPY. Next is NZD/USD. We should be getting CAD and USD news today. So we'll come back tomorrow and see how it affects price. But we are currently still on this pullback. I do believe that we should get a continuation to the downside as we have in the past multiple times. NZD/USD usually creates really, really nice market structure. And that's exactly what I'll be waiting for in order to take this trade. Still waiting on the break and retest of the EMA. If news ends up closing with a nice big candle to the downside, then all I will be waiting for is for price to pull back into the area of interest before then taking the continuation to the downside. Overall, we have bearish weekly structure, bearish daily structure, and bullish 4 hour structure. So not exactly the best on the 4 hour. That's exactly why we're waiting for price to break below this structure point, go bearish, and then have the pullback to sell. Obviously, there is no guarantee for where price will stop selling, but we do know that it will create the lower high before then creating the next lower low. AUD/CHF weekly time frame is currently bearish. Daily time frame is currently bearish, and 4 hour time frame is currently bullish. Once again, I will be waiting for price to go bearish on the 4 hour time frame and also for it to break underneath the 4 hour EMA, similar to this, and then catch a trade on the continuation to the downside. Still not really tradable until we get that move to the downside to happen. I won't take any counter trend trades because it doesn't make sense to trade against the weekly and daily timeframes. But you guys can do whatever you want. Euro USD, similar to NZD USD, but not exactly the same. Weekly time frame is currently bullish. Daily time frame is currently, if it'll ever load, is currently bearish. Now, I do like the way we are starting to react from this EMA. We're starting to push to the downside on the 4 hour time frame, breaking below the EMA here underneath the area of interest, below the double top right here. So we might actually get a continuation to the downside. What I would personally wait for is I'd personally wait for this daily candle to close, maybe bearish engulfing, and then try to enter on the next daily wick and then catch the continuation to the downside from there. So this is a great option for a trade. Pretty solid overall. Just going to wait for the break, retest, and continuation. Technically, we already got the break. Now we're retesting and we're just waiting for that continuation to happen. So this would probably go to the top of the list. Currently, AUD/JPY goes to the bottom of the list. NZD, USD, and AUD/CHF are in the same boat. GBP USD, currently untradeable. I broke this down in the other video. I'll be waiting for a daily pullback to happen since we'll probably get a reaction from the weekly EMA, and then we'll get a reaction from the daily area of interest in EMA, and then we will get the continuation to happen on the 4 hour time frame. So Just going to be waiting for that pullback to happen on GBP USD and on AUD, GBP AUD. I'm honestly not too interested in taking any trades until we get a pullback into the weekly EMA and into the daily EMA as well, into previous structure, very similar to the way GBP USD is trading as well. So for a quick recap on Euro USD, we are almost ready to take sells, just waiting on the daily candle to close, or if you're feeling positive that we're going to sell, then you just enter after a potential engulfing candle or whatever else you would be looking for. NZD USD, going to wait for the break and retest of the 4-hour time frame and the 4-hour EMA and the area of interest. And then AUD CHF also waiting for the break and retest to the downside. If not, then there's a good chance that we continue to the upside until we fill in some more empty space. And then the other three pairs we are not interested in trading. We're at the lower low. All we have to do is wait for the pullback, and wait for the pullback. Okay. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.